love the flow. 69, now it's time for new, believable people, and we must do it. If we don't control insiders, this will be over and over. To lead by an any big fat love, find common ground to halt the spread of lies, and we must do it big fat love, find common ground to halt the spread of lies, and any America first, America first.
Well, all my thanks to Pogo for the free bumper. I think I'm gonna stick with that one for a while. I might think of a bumper on the way out. I don't know, leave something in the comments if you think that when the Ogres, hitting the exit button, there should be some kind of bumper. Eventually there's going to be, no matter if I like it, you like it, or anybody else, but for the time being, there's no bumper. What I am going to do for you, constant viewer, starting right now, is try not to go, it's a bad habit of mine. It's funny how we do through our life develop tics, habits, the things that we do that we may not even realize. For myself, it's probably a lot of hand gestures, a lot of, come on and listen to me, and head movements, that kind of thing. I guess I thought by making that sound in some way or another, I was making the point, but I don't think it was making the point, it's just aggravating. I almost did it there. I just swallowed. I think it's something I do after I swallow to kind of signify to anyone that may be listening that the ogre has swallowed and now he's ready to continue on with his stream of consciousness. Today, hard work is such an important component to life. Myself, I have to admit, over the summertime, it's usually the winter time up here in the snowy north, but over the summertime I got a little complacent and lazy. We had an abnormally hot summer up here in Michigan. Global warming probably, or something like that. I highly doubt it was global warming, but because I don't think it exists. The weather goes in cycles. I'll talk about that if you feel like me. Talking about weather patterns over the last 200 years, documented 180 years at least. Put them in the comments, we'll talk about weather patterns. But hard work is so important. It's not only good for your body and your mind, it helps take away negativity, it relieves stress, keeps your joints fluid, lubed. I guarantee you one thing, a day hauling 5 cords of wood in the Michigan winter will do more for you than 1,000 bottles of glucosamine and chondroitin, or whatever they're pushing, these days as the cartilage lubricant. It's a famous person, and I'm so sorry about not having this reference. If it does bother you, again, in the comment section, as Denise Austin, I want to say now, that said, if you rest, you rust. And the quote is, quote, if you rest, you rust, unquote. I believe that is Denise Austin. If not, somebody correct me. Here's the fact. Exercise and work is the most important thing that I believe that we do as human beings. Because if you exercise and work and you're not, heaven forbid, a slave somewhere in Burma, Myanmar, whatever they're calling it nowadays, or some other place where there's still slavery, you get to rest. You will rest. Your body will tell you rest. A very wise person I know once said to me, rest is sweet to the working man. And I can't agree more with that. Whatever you decide to do today, the ogre's a little mellow because I worked my butt off today. Sorry, I can't hop up and down like a maniac every single time the camera's pointed in my face. Before I close on this idea of work, I have to say, without naming them, but hopefully I have the privilege of interviewing this gentleman very shortly, a Vietnam veteran, that without saying much more, because today he gave me the honor of, and he told me something that happened to him that really, on the scale of what happened to him there, was on the easy end of it. And I'm just going to tell you, these people, they don't ask why, they do and die. And Sarge, man, I tell you what, what a man, what a just an unbelievable person that has been through the kind of hell that, you know, I can't even understand. And you know, we would slip. I'm digressing, of course, and I always will as I rant. But as we were discussing today, whether or not the Gulf of Tonkin incident, which is bull crap, there's no question about it. They came out and had to admit it. Freedom of information, FOIA's a mother bunker. If you're some, you know, Moloch worshiping piece of garbage that's out to enslave and imprison humanity. I stand firm with many, many, many other a patriot, and would never stand and lay down and see that happen to anyone on this continent, regardless of their color or what. Anyway, you know, I'm digressing. But talking to Sarge, you know, and he was the answer to the question, how do you deal? Which I didn't ask. I didn't get a chance to ask, because he said, you know, the only way I've been able to deal with this stuff is to work. That's a Lily dog. I don't know what her problem is. Lily dog. I'm not going to cut anything, so if you hear a dog bark, get a dog bark. It's just the way it is. I don't want to cut it because it would seem ingenuine, you know, ingenuine to me. And then you don't know what I did in between, or what was said, what was done. But my focus got a little crazy. She was rattling the house. But he told me, look, work is what's kept me sane. Work is what's kept me going. So if you're down, you know, if you're not feeling good, if your feet hurt, if your ankles hurt, if your cankles hurt, if your ass is hurting and you're too fat to touch your toes, if there's something going on in life that's just bumming you out mentally, get up and work. You know, clean your house, do something. This is advice for me as much as anyone else. I'm not going to rant about this all day. That's all it is today. Constant viewer. Get up and work. Whatever it is that you do it with all your strength. I do have one more thing I almost left out. Please, if you get a chance, check out in the description below a really great up-and-coming YouTuber called Hard Bastard. I put a little thing there, you know, hey, Hard Bastard, check me out if you get the time, and you know, sub to me, I'm a sub to you. A small fry's got to stick together kind of deal. I think I have 8 subs. He has 900. He's just starting out though, man, and the guy's good. I am a Christian. He's an atheist. I'm going to tell y'all out there, listen carefully. Diversity of ideas. I don't want this man hung or chased by dogs through the street because he doesn't believe as I believe. Now, that said, I've heard him. I don't think there's much I could say to him, and I wouldn't try unless he asked me. In fact, I wouldn't try then. If he asked me what I believe, I'd tell him and make up his own mind. It sounds to me like he already has. And that's the way it is. You know, there's some religions, man, that's a whole nother video, but believe me, there's some religions that that's not the way it is. It's you do it or die. Or if you did it, and then, you know, you can't, this is you can't, remember I did a Mexican commercial, so Miller Lite, the only beer the Laughing Ogre drinks after a hard day hauling wood. So, there you go. There's some religions that if you did that, they'd want to chop your head off, or hand or something, do something bad. So check out the Hard Bastard. Hiller and Tanya. I'm creeping up on 10 minutes. I didn't think I was going to get there, but with the bumper, I'll be there. And you know what? I'll be here tomorrow. I doubt I'll be nearly. Oop! Did you hear that? Sound like freaking Pauly Shore, the Weasel. Man, anyway, what a oh man. Another, again, that's a whole other video. Washed up comedians that were washed up before they even, they started out washed up. But check out the description, link to the Hard Bastard. A lot of his videos are kind of long, run about somewhere between, I think it's average, you have to run about a half hour, but if you don't have a half hour to sit and listen to somebody that's got a brain in their head, and he just dogs the Young Turks, and I mean dogs them. I would love to be on a panel with this gentleman, and just me and the Hard Bastard, and the Casparioni, and Sank, give me the whole kitchen Sank Juger, and all them sons of guns, just me and the Hard Bastard, and there's some other people I reckon think they're pretty smart that could join us, but that's all it would take, would be me and the Hard Bastard. It would be like the Hard Bastard. You gotta think of some phallic symbol. You gotta think of it just mentally. I don't mean like physically, so don't go out there trying to say that the Ogre was taught about bending Shank over in prison style, going to, that didn't happen. But what I am saying is, mentally, I don't think it would take much, and if you want to watch it done expertly, just check out this little link, and you know what, you too, Hard Bastard, if you're listening, come on, do reciprocation, baby. And I gave a shout out to Mark Dice yesterday. I have to say that through all this craziness and fake news nonsense, Mark Dice is hanging true. Now, I'm not going to mention some of the larger ones that I used to think to myself, man, these people got everything together. And now I feel like some of these folks may be slipping, but Stefan Molyneux, some of the people I look up to, not him, that he's slipping, not Stefan, but I just heard the Hard Bastard mention. That's another one. Man, that guy, he wouldn't agree with me philosophically. Spiritually, I should say. Philosophically, in most cases, we would actually agree. It's like, have a great day. The Ogre's done.